Hi guys, today we have someone who is also called the king of chefs in Manipur.
Here I come. Oh.
क्या हो गया आपको?
I'm hearing it for the first time, so I was a little shocked.
You're like, huh? I'll come back to that question.
The cringe.
I'm not leaving that question.
Oh my god, okay. You're not leaving that question. Okay.
Today when you'll go in bed, you'll be overthinking quite a lot. To food which you can say to your girl.
I don't know. Never
been asked.
Never been asked. Never been asked.
What's the cringe eye which you want to say to your date related to your food?
I had been a cook in a lot of kitchen across the world. Let me be the cook in your kitchen.
Okay, that sounded weird, but I take that. If someone is watching and wants him to be the cook in your kitchen, please. Hi guys, today we have someone who is also called the king of chefs in Manipur. He took Manipuri cuisine from Manipur to Italy to Canada, and now he's working in Mumbai and in Delhi as well, telling India there's something different about Manipur. He's working in Manipur as well. I want that boy to learn something new, to dream high and to dream big. Today we have as our guest Mr. Nikesh Asem. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much for having me here.
No worry, bro.
No worry.
Chapra.
Sorry.
Kari chakpa mein. What was your journey? How from Manipur? People go from Manipur to Delhi. You landed up from Manipur to Italy and then Canada. Why and how?
I followed my heart. Initially, I was being told to do a lot other things, but I did not listen. And cooking has always been my passion, and I followed my heart. And that led me to, I didn't know I would end up in Canada and Italy, but since I was very small, I had always enjoyed cooking, and whenever I go in the kitchen, I put all my heart and I start cooking. So that was
When did you first dream of cooking? Like when that boy wanted to be a cook?
I always enjoyed cooking since I was very small, but growing up in Manipur, I didn't know what being a chef is or, about the profession. But it came to me at a very later age when I finished my 11th, somewhere towards the end of my 12th. My best friend's parents, they invited me home and they asked me to cook something, and I cooked something for them, and they mentioned the word chef, and that's when I started looking up about chefs and the profession. That was back in 2010, 11, I think.
You mentioned your heart took you to Italy and Canada.
Yes.
But you're still single. When is your heart going to take you to some lady?
The thing about, every culture has their festivals and various occasions. But in Manipur, our festivals are very frequent, and we have Deva Karma in Manipuri, as we call it. And I missed out a lot on my sister's wedding, my cousin's wedding. Actually, I have dedicated myself to promote Manipuri cuisine, and I've kept that commitment away from me. That is why I'm still single.
You are not finding someone.
I'm not looking for anybody, actually.
Post, like Insta post. Wanted to comment about you being single, and you said in the process or something.
In the process?
I have that screenshot.
Who wants to be alone? Everyone wants to be with somebody, but for the kind of work that I do, I have decided to stay away from commitments at the moment because I'm on the fly. If somebody calls me from, say, Mumbai or from Bangalore, or say from outside India, and if I have a family, I have to think twice. I have to consult my partner. I have to take permissions. But me being single, I don't need to. I can, follow the path.
I've seen a recent trend of MSG being used in Manipur.
Yes.
Chinese claim that it's very healthy. American claims that it's cancerous. What's this war is going on? What's your take on that?
So talking about MSG, yes, I agree. A lot of fast foods and restaurants in Manipur uses that, not only in Manipur. And if you talk about Indo-Chinese cuisine all over India or Chinese restaurant, MSG is a flavor enhancer that they use. And MSG stands for monosodium glutamate. Basically, it's a salt. So anything you consume in excess amount, it's not good for your health. So even if you consume the regular table salt, which is the sodium chloride, it gives you a lot of health issues. But I think it was called the Chinese restaurant syndrome. This was back in 1950s or 60s when Chinese immigrants started expanding their restaurants. And I think, I don't know whether it's true or not, but according to the research that I did, it was Americans did it sort of to defame, or the Chinese immigrants or the restaurant that was booming in their country. So it was because of that. But after thorough studies and researches, uh, it came down to the point that if you consume in moderate amount, then it doesn't cause any health issues. And a lot of chefs, but me personally or a professional chefs, wouldn't use MSG because it's considered cheating in cooking because it's flavor enhancer. It would be something like a singer using auto tune.
So, what do you use instead of
So basically, MSG gives you that umami flavor. And umami can be extracted from a lot of natural ingredients, like perhaps fermented foods that we use in Northeast cuisine. The Hawaiis are fermented soybean, and then we have the soybean. Then we have tomatoes, where you can get umamis from. Then the mushrooms. So we extract flavors from those fermented ingredients, and sometimes liquid of mushroom. So it gives that nice umami, clean flavor instead of MSG.
to have your natural umami?
Yes.
Any more additives which these restaurants and five-star hotels add to their food to bring in the flavor? Any more artificial additives or any more dark additives which they add?
Uh, if you are running a good restaurant, then I would say you shouldn't use it. But apart from MSG, food colors, I'm not very fond of using food colors. So I do not use food colors, artificial food colors. Like I said, for the MSG, if you want food colors, you can extract from the natural pigments. You can extract red color from beetroot pigments, then green from chlorophyll pigment from green leafy vegetables. So we have all that natural. But apart from food colors and MSG, people, we don't have that many additives. I don't know if you're talking about companies where they produce large quantities of food, maybe, but in restaurant industry, MSG is one thing that I know. That's
तो सर जो ये सोया चाप और ये सब चिकन तंदूरी खाते हैं हम लोग उस पर टच करते हैं रेड कलर
right.
सो इज इट natural color or it's the artificial one?
So a lot of additives that is permitted or allowed by the FSI or the food. Yeah, not really, not really. I don't. So I try to stick with the natural ingredients and all that you can get from nature. I would prefer that. Scientifically produced or processed food, I try to use it in very minimal amount.
You have met Mr.RANDEEP, HOODA and Mrs.LIN LAISHRAM. What's the favorite Manipuri food?
They love all Manipuri food.
They love all Manipur.
Yes.
Don't say Nari also.
They do.
They love.
So the thing with Nari is I've started experimenting with Nari.
Oh, can you share our users like what's the experiment with Nari so that a Mayank could also be like, oh wow. Because for me being a Mayank, it was a bit tough for me to acclimatize the taste of Nari. But it's delicious for me now. But during the initial phase, it was tough. So can you tell the users?
I accidentally fed ngari chutney, or we call it amitpa, in a very different way, where I have narrowed down I've toned down the amount of ngari and made it into a dipping sauce. I fed it to somebody who's very picky about food, and she doesn't eat chicken, she doesn't eat pork, but she eats egg and fish to certain extent, but she ate it all with bora. So she dipped that, and she didn't know that it had ngari.
How do they do that?
And the thing is, ngari gives you that umami flavor, and most people find that lingering taste when you eat ngari. That's where they get off taste, which is favorite for all the Northeast people like Manipuri. But if you can make sure that you do not get that fishy lingering taste after that, then definitely anyone will enjoy any dish that's cooked with ngari. So there are many dishes, or I have tried making pasta with ngari also.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Wow, Italians must have loved it.
Oh yes, they do. They do, because they have something very similar called colutura di alici, which is it's similar to fish sauce, and fish sauce and ngari are very similar in a way that ngari is more deeper in taste compared to fish sauce. But colutura di alici from Italy, they use a type of fish called achuge or the alici, which they sometimes ferment, and they use that in their classic dish called spaghetti alla puttanesca.
Oh, wow.
So instead of alici, I added ngari to it, and they couldn't
recognize.
Yes.
They were like, wow, what's this delicious thing?
Yes.
And tada, nari!
Nari.
I loved it. Any unhygienic practices which we have seen the visuals of unhygienic street foods, right? Even in hotels. But is it generally prevalent, or is just once in a one wonder?
I have worked in various kitchens across the world, India, Canada, Italy, and I see a lot of chefs or kitchen where there is no proper uh, system where they maintain the food quality. I mean, uh, being a chef, following HACCP standard, or which is a regulation for all the chefs to follow, where you store ingredients at right temperature. We have various techniques, and how you store the refrigerator, how you keep your ingredients, how you maintain the shelf life of an ingredient. Some practices I see people neglect, cooks or chefs, but that is something that I do not like in my kitchen, and I always ensure that the food is maintained at the right temperature and cooked and using the right technique, and making sure that it's good to consume.
Let's say if a Mayan guy wants to date a Maithei lady, what should they cook for her? Apart from Shinju, he has to cook one thing, and that one thing has to be best.
Straight away go for iromba, or anything that has fermented ingredients in it. They will love it.
Which iromba? Pani iromba?
It could be soybean iromba, fermented bamboo shoot, or it could be pan iromba. Just make sure that there is fermented ingredients in it.
Okay, and
Because that's something we crave for when we live outside, or when we don't eat Manipuri food for a really long time. That's what we look at. So even with just ngari and mashed chili, that will satisfy.
oh, Maithei ladies watching this, I know how to cook irombas. These days, Shinju is being mixed by Mimi. Do you think it is destroying the authenticity, taste, and it is changing the taste palette of the Maithei itself? Because now they're not craving for Shinju, which is the Shinju which is without Mimi. They crave for Shinju with Mimi. So, what's your take on that?
I do not eat mini Singju, first of all, because I think people are starting to like Mimi Singju is because of the MSG it has in it. So it is that addiction again. And since it has MSG in it, you crave for that. Your taste bud asks for more, and you start to forget the actual original taste of Singju. But for me, Singju is something very close to my heart, and it should be minimal amount of ingredients, or using all seasonal vegetables, but the flavor should come from either the fermented fish or the toasted perilla seeds. So there are two types of Singju, the vegetarian and non-vegetarian. But you can add something crunchy element to it, which we have been doing for so many years, like we call it papad, the finger fries. Then you can add what into it, which is fried basin. But it's a crunchy. We have been eating in that way, but people started adding that crunchy element to it, and I think it's sort of deviates from the originality of Singju.
Is this insecurity and is this a fear that since you're a chef, you love languages, food? Is this an insecurity that if you marry someone who is not in love with your food, you'll get detached with her?
Possible.
Even some
Chefs spend a lot of time in the kitchen, and there are many chefs who run restaurants and who work partially. They might find it easier to have that couple time, spend time with the family. But being a chef, you would be spending minimum 12 to 14 hours a day, 6 days a week. And I fail to give time with my previous experiences to fail to give.
marrying a chef?
Oh, chefs, two chefs in the same room, it's a little difficult.
A little before the customers, not for you. I don't know about the customers, but for you it will be so good. When you left Manipur, what was your first feeling of leaving Manipur, carrying that baggage of being from Manipur, and is it the baggage or is it advantage for you? And then going to Italy and then Canada, people might think that you are from China or maybe from Japan there, but carrying that thing that no, I'm from India, I'm from Manipur, I want to show something unique to you, and stepping there, and what was your reaction? What was your emotions? I want to know what happened to you those times.
It was very scary. I was just 22, fresh out of the college after working a year and a half in India, and everything was new. I didn't have any friends there. I didn't know anyone there. I landed there and I have to do everything of my own. And it was scary. My parents, in fact, told me, how will I survive there going alone, not knowing the country. But I went with an open heart, telling myself that let me learn cooking, let me learn what the chefs are doing. And that's the only thing that motivated me to take the risk and, be fearless, I would say.
You just told me that your role model followed you.
Yes.
What was your reaction?
I jumped. I literally jumped. I was sitting on the couch, and this was recently, and I literally.
Because my role model is Mr. Sandesh. If he follows me, I'll be crying in my room, and just like a movie, every of my struggle and everything would be going in my mind. Did this happen to you?
Oh yes, yes.
Did you get meetings while learning?
Verbal abuse.
Verbal.
That's right. That's quite common in kitchen, and you'll see chefs swearing and shouting and screaming. That's very common in a professional kitchen. But things are changing now a bit. It's not how it used to be 15 years ago. People are more focused on that cool and quiet kitchen environment. And I think when a restaurant is short staff, it's quite prominent in general that you'll.
Emotional lumps out. Understand. I think you must have also.
Yes. It happens regularly.
What's the step-by-step process to become a chef? Not an average chef like you, who can go to Canada, who can go to Italy, Mumbai, Delhi, a high-quality chef. What's the stepwise guide?
First thing is falling in love with cooking and going to a good college, especially in India. But I have experienced few things in European countries and America where young kids or the youngsters go for internship or stage, which they call it in Europe, under a really good chef or a famous chef, and they train under him or her, the chefs.
So let's say I'm from Manipur. I want to learn how to cook. So which is the academy which I need to join?
I think there are no culinary institute or culinary college in Manipur.
There's no culinary college in Manipur.
No. Diploma programs, you might find it in hotels, which are conducted on a small scale. But if you want to become a professional chef where you have bachelor, because in order to travel abroad, you have to have bachelor degree if you are
So-
going as a student.
Out of Manipur, we shouldn't be having a bachelor's degree, isn't it?
Yes.
तो बैचलर डिग्री होना चाहिए.
Yes.
तो उसके लिए कौन से कॉलेजेस हैं? बेस्ट कॉलेजेस कौन से?
There are plenty of colleges in India, and every year one college or the other compete, and few colleges, IHMs are good, if you look at it. And then
First I need to go to IHMs. Then after that,
no, there are many. I wouldn't say this is the best college, but it all depends on which faculty or which department you're interested in. And there are colleges where they focus on culinary arts, like where I graduated from, Manipal University, the culinary department. Then there is Culinary Academy of India in Hyderabad. Then there is IHM Pusa, Institute of Hotel Management. There is Aurangabad. IHM is everywhere. They are really good, and you can pick whichever college you want and whichever the subject that you want to pick. Either you go for being to become a chef or be a pastry chef.
so let's say I did my bachelor's degree. Now after that,
After that, you work for a couple of years, or you stay in India, learn regional cuisines of India.
which is better, going abroad or staying in India?
If you are a chef and if you think cooking is an art, then I would say travel, because there's a saying that a man who haven't traveled just read one page of the book.
Okay. And let's say if I stay in India, there are two ways to it. Stay in India, going abroad. Let's say if I stay in India, then after working for 2 years, what should I do? Because I think our viewers doesn't know, there is a proper hierarchy.
Yes.
So let's say from the lowest to the top, how should we approach it? How, let's say I did my bachelor's degree, I become a chef, but I won't be chef, I'll be the lowest in hierarchy.
Yes.
So how to approach from the lowest in hierarchy to the top? How can we go?
So basically, when you go in the kitchen, even if you graduate from a famous or renowned institute, you will still be working from the bottom. And that's how I started also. When I first landed in Canada, I had to clean toilets if I was being asked to. If I had to mop the floor, I had to. If I have to clean the storage room, I had to. And I never got a chance to cook. It took me, if you look at it, it's been 15 years now to run multiple restaurants. But initially, that's how it started. So you start with the basic stuffs like cleaning, washing, inventory, arranging, all knowing around the kitchen. That's one basic thing that you need to learn, because you need to know to lead a kitchen or to run a kitchen. You need to know everything, starting from what type of chemicals you use at dishwashing. You need to know from inventory, storage, all that.
Pura pyar, they make you love with it.
Yes,
Unless you love your food and you don't love your kitchen,
it's difficult.
it's difficult. Wow. So first step is loving the kitchen.
Yes, falling in love, yes. It should be a playground for you, not a workplace. So for me, kitchen is a playground.
Okay. Second step,
Second step, then you slowly climb up the ladder.
how do you get the promotions? Is it the institutional based or is it preference based? How is it?
So that depends on either you can go for management training program, which a lot of five-star hotels have in India, the Taj, Oberoi, and ITC. They all have their 18 months management training programs, which after you finish that, then you become the junior sous chef, which is little at somewhere middle of the hierarchy. So you go through a very intensive training program for 18 months, or you can skip that and join a kitchen and start with just peeling onion or peeling garlic. And then if you show that dedication and commitment, the chef would, someday ask you to, come and have a look around at the range where we cook. Actual cooking happens. That's where we call range.
So sir, ये 2 महीने का skip क्यों नहीं कर सकते? 2 साल का skip क्यों नहीं कर सकते? कि I did a bachelor's degree, I'll go directly to hotel management. Why can't we skip that 2 years of playing around kitchen rather than playing into the kitchen? What's the effectiveness of that 2 years? Why can't we skip and just go for hotel management just after doing my bachelor's degree?
You will go for all the OGTs, on job training. Then you'll have your year-end training programs where you will by default go for this. So when you are doing intern, what you will you cannot escape this.
Okay, then I did my hotel management. After that,
You work in good restaurants or hotels. You work for a year, 2 years minimum, I would say 3 years, and then either you can go for further studies if you are interested in a particular.
what's the college for further studies? Where can I go?
There are plenty of colleges in abroad.
What's the degree called?
Master program. It will be postgraduate or master degree, which a lot of institute in abroad countries have. And
India doesn't have.
India, there are a few colleges, like the college where I graduated from, university. They have master programs in Indian cooking, Indian cuisine. But if you're interested in Italian cuisine, then you go to Italy. If you're interested in Japanese cuisine, you go to Japan and learn there. Because when you learn a cuisine, it's not just the food that you learn the language, you learn their culture, everything. Because food, culture goes hand in hand, language, you need to know all of that.
So you know how to make an actual pizza, not like the Delhi wala pizza.
I don't eat pizza in Manipur, because it's not pizza for me.
Because when I tried it for the first time in an Italian restaurant, I was like, oh, is this pizza? Where is it? And it's completely different.
It's completely.
Taste-wise also it's like a shocker for me.
Yes.
So let's say I did my PG, everything done. Now I have to apply for job either in India or abroad. सब में खर्चा कितना लगता है? How much money should I have?
If you are applying for work, then it will not cost you a lot. But if you are applying for colleges, then it will cost you certain amount of money, which you can arrange it through scholarship programs.
Any average amount? Like let's say I'm in the top colleges. So any average amount like I have to.
I mean, with the present scenario, and it would be nothing less than 20 lakhs.
20 lakhs.
Yes.
And what's the salary of a chef in a good restaurant, if you can? 5-star or
in a 5-star hotel,
3-star also. Like
3-star, 5-star. If you are in a metro city, it could be anywhere between 1.5 to 2 per month. If you are doing at a really good property. Even at standalone restaurants also, chef's salary can go up to 1.5.
So within a year I can recover.
Yes, you can recover, of course.
And how much years does it take?
To be a chef?
Not to be a chef, to be a skilled chef, to be quite a good skilled chef.
I would say minimum 3-4 years.
4 years?
Yes, 3-4 years. And to be running a kitchen, at least 8 to 10 years.
8 to 10 years. Wow. What's the goal for a chef? What should be the goal for a chef? That this is my highest peak goal. That if I achieve this, I'll get the Oscar of.
That's very subjective, because some chefs want to have their own restaurant or have their own magazines, books, cookbooks, or it's very subjective. But a lot of chefs are aiming for the top 50 restaurants, included in the top 1 to 50 restaurants around the world, or the Michelin stars.
Yeah, I've heard about the Michelin. You want to be the Michelin star chef as well. What's the procedure for that?
You have to be crazy. If you are looking at one Michelin star, yes, it's easy to attend. It's easy to attend one Michelin star. You cook clean flavors, you stick to basic techniques and all that. But if you are aiming for 2 and 3 stars, you have to be crazy and you do not see food as just food, but rather becomes an art. So an experience.
Let's say if you get the chance to meet Mr. Vikas Khanna, he's a Michelin star chef.
He's my college senior.
What will you ask to him?
Oh, recently he he cooked Manipuri black rice, Cjakhum.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes, and he called it, and he said it's from Nagaland. So I would personally talk to him.
I was angry on that. Like, being a Mayang, I know that.
Wrong information. So I would tell him that personally. That
I hope you don't get an intro for that. Because there's a hierarchy, and I have heard that seniors do a quite lot of intro after. So
no. He's a really nice person, and he had come to the college when I was pursuing my bachelor degree. He comes to the college quite often. Him and there's another chef called Hari Nayak who opened a restaurant with Priyanka Chopra, the New York restaurant. So they come to the restaurant they come to the university quite often. Maybe.
what's one question which you want to ask Mr. Vikas Khanna?
He is good at promoting Indian cuisine.
He went to US. He was there. He cooked in White House. He cooked.
Yes.
He's a Michelin star here. Cooked in White House. So he's your senior. I think you want to be a Michelin star. He's a Michelin star. He's your senior. What guidance you want from him?
I would ask him I know he's not going to share the secret, but I would ask him what are the possible ways to promote Manipuri cuisine. Yes, Manipuri cuisine is Indian cuisine, but less known compared to North Indian cuisine and South Indian cuisine. So I would ask him what are the possible ways to, fasten up the process or to make it to the larger audience.
Okay, let's say if you are on a date and you want to be on a date. Sorry, let's say you are going on a date.
Yes.
So for you, it's completely blank.
Yeah.
Blank and black.
Yes.
You don't know what she likes. What's your go-to food that, okay, this food, even if I serve it to my aunts, even if I serve it to my taste, even if I serve it to tribals, this is my go-to food. She won't be able to hate it and she will accept this and I'll be in her heart. What's your go-to food? Apart from Singju, please don't say Singju.
I think kangsoi is something that you cannot hate. It's just that you should know what to put and what kind of ingredients. So, I have been cooking food for people from various countries. So if I'm cooking kangsoi for Japanese, then I would use a bit of natto or a bit of fermented. And if I'm cooking kangsoi for the Thai, then I would use similar ingredients, something they would be able to bring their childhood memories, because food is something that you associate or get connected when it brings out a familiar taste. So first I need to identify the person
Where you go to food.
yes, kangsoi and make kangsoi. Nobody would say no to a soup.
Yeah, nobody would.
Yes.
Definitely, that's a very safe and politically correct answer which you have given.
If somebody is health conscious, she wouldn't say no to a healthy broth. So kangsoi is basically a broth.
You haven't been asked this question, na? Work? That's how I can see you then.
That's a very unfamiliar question.
Didn't it trigger you like, I have made food for so many people, but I don't know the food which I can go to for my date? Did it trigger you like, oh, I haven't figured this direction?
But I think something Swedish, because
But it didn't trigger you that, imagine till now, 15 years, you have made food for countless numbers of people. But when I asked you this question, you were all red.
yeah, because I never thought about it.
So that area is still vacant.
Yes.
It's still unoccupied.
Unexplored.
Unexplored, yeah. You are still not a chef in that area.
Yes.
So, he has never been asked such.
For the first time, yeah.
Enjoyed now?
Thoroughly.
these questions you won't get anywhere.
True.
You asked for it. You said, I told you, let me send you the questions. You said, no, let it be casual. I said, okay.
Because I don't want to. So once the thing with me is, if I start thinking and if I start preparing, I am an overthinker. So I'll keep thinking.
Now you will think, did I get the correct answers?
No.
Because I'm an overthinker too. So I can read it.
Exactly.
Did I get the correct answer?
Yes.
Or should I have given something
Exactly.
else? What if this? What if this? I'm an overthinker, that's what I can say. मजा नहीं आता आपको ये सब क्वेश्चन आपको you don't get angry when everyone asks you the same repeated question गुस्सा नहीं आता कि कुछ तो नया
I get bored. You don't answering the same questions. Sometimes I tell them, sometimes I just go with the flow.
okay you don't tell them that, don't look at me as a point of view as a chef like you don't tell them that you don't look at me as a chef, look at me as a human, also you are a human. So गुस्सा नहीं आता कि यार मैं इंसान आदमी हूँ मुझसे मेरी लव लाइफ के बारे में क्यों नहीं पूछ, ये तो सिंगल हुए हैं. I'm not married. So you didn't get angry.
Nobody asked me that question so far.
Okay.
Probably the first one to ask.
I hope I can change something. If I would have been, I would like, just because of you guys, I'm not getting mad. You don't ask me these questions, and people think like I'm a very serious kind of person. Because I saw your interview, you look so serious, but you're so jolly.
Yes. They were asking me questions about my career and what I have done. Little less on the personal part.
But you're human, so
Yes.
how can your career not affect your personal life?
Exactly.
How can your personal life and your personal well-being, like your personal situation, cannot affect your career? It has to be equal.
Yes.
Overlapping thing.
Yeah, it is.
You cannot skip it, no?
Yeah.
So let's say if you are married, you won't be able to give time now.
Exactly.
So that's a personal, but that's a thing. One characteristic which you want to have it, one characteristic which you want in your girl to have. One, क्या चाहते हो कि ये चीज मेरी वाइफ में हो, मुझे और कुछ नहीं चाहिए.
It might sound very cliche, but very understanding and good communication, which I feel communication is the key to everything. And if you don't communicate well, then it causes a lot of problem. So good communication and understanding.
Okay.
I think it has to do with the ingredients they use, minimal ingredients, and everything has to be cooked fast. And in that, you don't have to prepare using complicated techniques. It's either frying, or it's either stir frying, or it's either steaming, or just mixing it. So, and street food, you cannot keep the ingredients for too long. So everything is made fresh and it's made in the morning and then sold out by the end of the day. So in that way, the quality of the food retains.
Oh. So there's a there's a war between air fry and deep fry. Air fry and fried. What's your take on that?
For domestic purposes, air fryer would be better, but you cannot use that technique in commercial cooking. For commercial, I would rather prefer baking it or roasting it in the oven with no oil.
Oil is necessary, isn't it?
But there are ways to, but I mean, food industry, look at the fast food chains, it's all fried food, basically.
Yeah, but this war chal raha hai.
I mean,
And the market is like, no need of oil. But no, we need oil. No? We need oil for our healthy system. So oil is necessary.
yes, good. The good oils. And I think the thing about food is if you consume the right amount of food and if you work out or if you do some sort of physical activities, then you can eat any type of food in this world in moderate amount. We just have to be careful of what's on your plate.
Okay, you have opened so many restaurants in India. I think you're planning in Italy and Canada as well. So, in Manipur, what's the process of opening a small scale and a big scale restaurant? I know that there are too many degrees and too many certificates required for that, even more than any other. I was told that licensing a gun is easy than licensing a restaurant.
Yes.
So how to approach it, and what should be the minimum budget for it?
It all depends on the size of the establishment you wish to open. Could be a small cafe, it could be a family themed restaurant, or it could be a big restaurant where it sits 150 guests. So that depends on the size of the establishment and the theme of the restaurant that you are hoping to open. And to open a restaurant, either you have some sort of background, hospitality background, or you invest into somebody who knows.
So let's go stepwise.
Hmm.
We need staff, cleaning staff.
Yeah.
We need chef.
Yes.
We need chef of different hierarchy.
Yes.
So, what's the investment in staff and workers, like, and chefs? What should be our minimum budget?
That would be the pay scale.
Yeah.
That
So let's say for a small scale business, what should be the pay scale? Total, like,
here, most of the restaurants in Manipur are not big scale restaurant, maximum 100-seater. And for that, you need about 5 to 6 or up to 10 service staff and another 10 in the kitchen. So roughly it would be anywhere between 2 to 3 lakhs a month just on labor costs.
cost on labor costs, and for construction.
Like I said, that will depend on the decor that one
Let's say
in these days in Ping, it costs nothing less than 50 lakhs, I would say, to buy just to set up a kitchen, just to set up a professional kitchen. You would be spending about 10 to 15 lakhs.
how much can we earn from this?
That depends on
Average. Let's say in Manipur, let's say in Manipur and in Delhi. How much can we earn? If we do a setup and it requires a 55cc lag, and we have been noticing that there's so many restaurants opening up in Manipur. So how much can we earn? When can we recover the cost?
So usually the break-even point for any restaurant is set between 1.5 to 2 years, and if you're really good at it, then you can break-even point in 1 year. But that's very difficult, and being in Manipur with a lot of strikes and general strikes and months, we have to close our restaurant at least 5 to 6 times a month. That affects the business, and so it could be from nothing, earning nothing, to say in Delhi, if you have a restaurant where you have invested around like say 50-60 lakhs, and if you're doing really good, then monthly sales could be, depends on the place where you have opened also. If you have a very high foot traffic, then you could be not earning, I would say sales of about above 20-25 lakhs.
In Delhi, restaurants are allowed to be open even in night,
Yes.
and there's high sales in night time.
Yes.
You think this should be applied in Manipur as well? Restaurants should be allowed to open in night also.
Not all restaurant, but certain establishment where you serve just tea or coffee, or somebody who works late at night, or somebody who had just come from their duty, say a nurse or a doctor, somebody who can just stop by and eat something rather than depending on their family or partner to cook for them and then wait for them. So in that way, I think yes, you can have, but I don't know, Manipur
Okay.
could be feasible or not.
From my point of view, Manipur has such a good capability. There we have Burma,
Right.
we have Mizoram, we have Nagaland, we have Assam touching the borders. Why can't we have a good hotel management institute
Right.
or a good culinary institute in Manipur? And have you ever dreamt of opening? Because obviously you would be missing Manipur even in Canada and Italy. Have you dreamt of opening that people from Canada and Italy will one day come and learn Manipur cuisine?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So my next move would be, I don't wish to expand my restaurant business or restaurant industry in Manipur. It has been running about 6 years now, 6 plus, and I have seen the guests that I have served in these 6 years, and I've catered to almost 80% of Manipur. So my next move is to open an institute, a small culinary cooking class or cooking school where I can train young kids or youngsters to, pursue their dreams to become a chef or to enter into hospitality. This is also because when I started this career, I did not have anyone that I could go to and talk to them, and I had to walk around the streets, and I lost a lot of time and years to get the right college and to be on the right track. So at least I could help somebody,
Wow. Why there is no culinary industry in Manipur? And what are the dark and the secrets of that industry?
I think being a chef or the profession of chef became popular until recently. So 15 years ago, my parents didn't know what I would become or what I have become now. They didn't see that, because I think that's one of the reasons why there are no culinary, because people are not opting for it. Until recently, I would say 2 to 3 years, that people became more aware of this profession. And the dark side of this industry is it consumes your health, because standing for long hours, working under pressure, mental pressure, physical pressure, you have to serve right on time, satisfy the guest. It works with your mental input as well as physical
That
input.
was health and
Yeah.
must have affected your.
Yeah.
How did you come out of that?
I maintain a good diet, and I try to stay away from things or sustenance that could interfere with my day-to-day work schedules. And I do a bit of yoga, a physical activity where I keep myself active, and I control my diet. Yeah.
I saw you serving food to Mr.RANDEEP, HOODA and Mrs.LIN LAISHRAM in Curly Tales. Did you have any performance pressure? Did he?
I was actually enjoying. I mean,
Is
to be
it?
yes, to be serving Manipuri food on a national level or platform, I was giving my best. So I was just, in fact, I think I was performing voluntarily with no pressure. I was just doing what I love to do.
Oh, so you didn't feel scared like, okay, what if this guy doesn't love nari?
No, nothing of that such.
Nothing.
Yes.
You had ma'am with you.
I think over the years of cooking for various people from different countries, I have learned to understand the palate of people. So my cooking, when I have to feed somebody who is non-Manipuri or somebody not from the Northeast, I play along with the amount of ingredients that they are not familiar with. I try to mellow it down so that they can enjoy the food.
Do you see those reels? Maggie with Fanta, burger with dal. How do you feel? And imagine if someone comes in front of you and put cold drink in Shinju. What will be your reaction?
That's absurd. I'm a chef who loves to experiment, but when you experiment, I think you need to know what goes well or complement one flavor with the other. Suppose if you are trying to cook something sweet, then try to complement with something sour or spicy. But things like that, I'm not very fond of, and I would never go into that.
बहुत politically correct answer दिया. मैं होता मैं तो मारता भाई, गुस्सा करता कि how can you do this? Gulab jamun with dal.
Oh yeah, people go crazy. I've seen crazy stuff.
It's a crime.
It's a crime. It's a
Imagine someone coming in front of you and adding cold drink to pani romba
yes,
and cooking in
or putting ketchup in iromba. You will get killed for sure.
This is like, how can you do that? Get up. It also opens up a door to try something US. Have you ever tried mixing Shinju with noodles? Because you know the authentic Shinju has all the crunchiness and everything. If you mix it with noodles, it tastes so delicious. I tried it, but it tastes delicious. I don't know about you.
I've tried a lot of recipes. Some came out really good. Some came out awfully bad.
Like, can you share one recipe which to our users so that they could know, okay, this is something which you can mix?
Something you can mix or you cannot mix.
You can mix. can, and one cannot also, since you.
I think you just need to know the flavor profile and flavors that complement one another. Like you said, you mixed noodles with Singju. That is very similar to japchae, the Korean food. It's just that they cook the vegetables and they have sesame oil to it, they add. So perilla seeds gives a bit of that nuttiness to your Singju. So when you mix Singju with noodles, so it sort of becomes like a noodle Singju salad. That's actually a good idea. I might go home and I might go home and try that.
Is it? Yeah, I'll tell you how I mix. I just mix it. Simple. No fuss. Just mix it.
But you will see Manipuris when they go out in the evening to eat snacks. You would see people ordering chow mein and aloo chop or Singju on the side. You can eat noodles and Singju on the side. So it's not like you have kheer and eat iromba. Those are bizarre combination. But Singju and I think you made a good combo meal.
Anything which you tried? Did you try Fanta and Iromba?
Oh,
thank God. Anything which you tried and said, okay, this cannot be mixed.
I hate cooking cucumber with soy sauce.
Okay.
It's something that
Were you trying to make kimchi?
No. Stir fry cucumber with onion, and I tried it once when I was very small, and it stunk up the entire kitchen, and it's not something that I would try.
Me listening to it, I don't know how you did it. Okay, I'll tell you one story. Okay, I got free Shinju just by speaking some words of Manipuri. I said, Ima, Chanbiduna Shinju PBO. And she was like, Chanbiduna, free Shinju. She gave me quite some of Shinju.
Wow.
Eat as much as you want. I'm like, thank you.
She must have got impressed with it.
I don't know, that Chanbiduna was.
Chanbiduna, yes.
Okay. One thing which is very close to my heart, like, have you ever tried of, one thing which is very close to my heart, have you ever tried of mixing Manipuri cuisine with Italian cuisine? Because Italian cuisine is the best, which they say, for every chef. For me, every cuisine is the best.
Yes, it is. Every cuisine is the best.
But what the world says, Italian cuisine is the best. So, have you ever tried mixing Italian cuisine with Manipuri cuisine?
I've tried. In fact, so many, multiple times when I was living in Italy, I would cook for my Italian friends, and there I would use a bit of Manipuri flavor and mix with pasta or risotto or gnocchi or any of that sort, and it goes well. So that's a whole thing about culinary arts.
The Italians like it.
They loved it. That's why I came back to Manipur.
Do you tell them this is of Manipur?
Yes.
With a pride that, okay,
yes.
So prideful, not the news of Manipur. I wish I could do something for Manipur and India as well.
Yes.
I would love to. That's a dream for me.
Everyone's dream.
Yeah. Any underrated food which you say that this should be tried in Manipur and outside Manipur as well?
Especially Manipuri people are scared to eat raw meat or raw fish.
Raw
fish. Yes, sashimi. Then
yes.
Then we have prawns, raw prawns, tartar, beef tartar. But surprisingly, when I ate it, it was really good.
Sushi, I've tried it, but I tried it in Delhi. I should have tried it in Japan. But the thing is, it was not that good in Delhi.
Yes. You have to be in the coastal area, right?
Yeah.
In good quality, sushi grade or sashimi grade fish is something that you must try when you have sushi.
Any underrated cuisine in India apart from Manipur?
I think Northeast and micro cuisine within a cuisine. Say, if you look at Tamil Nadu, there are various tribal communities even in southern India, and they have their own micro cuisine, or some people call it macro cuisine, and people are starting to explore more of that now, because for the past 100-200 years people have been eating that butter chicken, dosa, idli.
South Indian cuisine is much more than idli, dosa, sambar.
Yes.
Much more.
So much to explore.
Guys, please, if you haven't tried South Indian cuisine, आप जाइए चिकन चटनाट खाइए.
Oh yes.
You try chicken parota,
Yes.
kuttu parota,
Kottu paratha, kundapuri chicken,
pies for
chicken ghee roast, Mangalorean food. Yes.
My mom.
Oh. That's so delicious. आप chicken खाना भूल जाएंगे कहीं और का. You won't eat chicken from any other place. You and for sweet you can try paisam. You know paisam.
Yes.
It's so delicious. Trust me, please try South Indian cuisine. It's much more than idli, dosa, sambar.
Yes.
To be honest, sambar is not a South Indian cuisine. It was made in South India, but it's not a South Indian cuisine. There's something more than Indian sambar. Please do try it.
Yes.
You try kokum.
Oh yes.
It's so
What is that Maharashtrian soul curry?
Soul curry, yeah.
Yes, where they cook with kokum, and I love kokum.
it's so delicious, and it enhances the taste of everything. If you know how to mix it,
Yes.
please try it. You try patties from Mumbai. There's a famous restaurant. I forgot the name. It's very old, opened by a Jewish family.
What is it
I
called?
forgot the name. It's towards the south or north Mumbai.
Okay.
It's very delicious. It's very delicious. They are very old. They're making it from quite a long time. It's very delicious. Patties, that too different kind of patties.
Oh wow. So even Kolkata is known for their patties and
Another level. Yes. Kolkata is for cheap and best food. You can get everything in 50 rupees. So please try it. Please try it. It's much more than idli sambar. Yeah. So any underrated cuisine apart from Tamil Nadu and Manipur in Northeast?
I think most of the Northeastern cuisine, a lot of chefs are not promoting their own cuisine, but rather making Japanese, Italian.
You see this trend of, there's a trend of Korean thing in North India, Southern India as well. Do you think this is hampering the chef industry or this cooking industry that, okay, everyone wants to be a Korean or everyone wants to be a Korean chef?
It's a trend, so after certain years it'll go away. Because when you look at trends in food, it always changes every after a decade or 5 years. And for time being, Koreans are really good at marketing their music or their food. So they are sort of dominating the culinary world at the moment. But I think it's a trend. So trends come and go.
How is AI affecting your industry? It does. But how?
It does in sort of the operational part, I think. But when it comes to cooking the dish, I don't think AI can be. It can never replace.
So next 10 years, what will be the role of AI in your industry, in food industry?
I think we will see lesser number of service people and more through tablet ordering. Or I've seen that it has been there for quite some time now, but I think that will become more accessible, where people just sit down and order from the tablet or their phone, and then
The delivery will be fast, the service will be fast.
and you interact less with the people, but in a way that will reduce job.
But do you think, like, when a chef or someone is not able to interact with their customers,
So it has to be.
it hampers the
Yes.
Have you ever heard that food can end conflicts?
Yes.
When?
When food becomes the basic requirement, it is the basic requirements. But at a point where you feel dependent on it, then you have to make compromises and sort of bring unity. In fact, people say food is the universal language. There's a saying, food is the universal language that unites people from different backgrounds.
This is a story shared by one of my friends. That person is from Asian community. She told me in America, the tastiest food is in a Chinese restaurant which has the lowest rating.
Yes.
Because the Americans, they tend to be very polite, how are you and everything. Chinese and those Asians are very strict. Yes, no, yes,
Very rigid.
yeah, very rigid, and so they get very low ratings. But the most delicious food, like ever.
Cookouts and takeaways.
So she shared me the story. So most of the Americans, they see the ratings. The lowest one is the best. How do you think this our food, Manipuri food, can unite whole Northeast and make it as one? Which food do you think that this food, if I present it in Northeast, whole Northeast will be united and saying that we are one?
Uh, pork with any fermented ingredients to it. Could be hawaijar. We call Manipuris call it hawaijar. The akuni,
Soybean.
yeah,
I love
akuni.
So delicious.
So anything pork with fermented ingredients or the fermented bamboo shoots that could represent Northeast.
I'm loving the part how you're traveling from Maite to Nagas.
Yes.
Pepper.
Connected, yes.
Bamboo super nice. Like, okay, I got you there. You're connecting Nagaland.
Yes.
Okay, I love that part. So for you, it's fermented akuni and
Any fermented ingredients, because pork cooked with fermented ingredients, I mean, throughout my career of 15 years, I haven't experienced or eaten any similar dish, be it in Italy or Canada. So this is something very unique to northeastern region of India for cooking with fermented ingredients.
okay. One advice which you want to give on a community level and on a personal level to Manipuris.
Do what your heart tells you to do and make sure that it doesn't affect or harm anybody.
Okay, you gave both and you quite a good answer. Okay, wonderful, loved it. This is rapid fire round. One comes in your mind when you hear this. Tangkul pork versus Maitei pork.
Tangkul pork?
Tangkul pork.
Yes.
Are you sure you want to go? You won't get scolded from your mom.
No, my mom's so if I am from the Meitei community, and most Meiteis from the older generations, they are pescatarians and they do not eat chicken, pork, and so they really
Saying that
we were not allowed to cook pork in our kitchen.
till now.
And now, if I cook pork in my using my mom's utensils, she'll throw it away. Or
I can't. Yes. Either you decide, hey, other separate kitchen to cook pork.
Bollywood versus Mannywood, which is better?
Neither.
I didn't say anything.
I have no comments.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say neither. Okay, Mrs.LIN LAISHRAM and Mr.RANDEEP Hunda.
Oh, they both are beautiful souls. They both are very different. If I want to be a little notorious and talk about stuff that's so deep, then Mr. Randeep, of course. And if I want to talk about food, passionate topics about food and very, enthusiastic about food, then Chelin. I call her Chelin. Oh, yes.
Chillin. Oh,
Che meaning Mr. Yeah.
one restaurant apart from yours which you love to go.
I'm sorry?
One restaurant apart from yours
Okay.
which you love to go.
In Manipur?
Anyway,
Anywhere?
so let's start with Manipur.
Manipur depends on what type of food that I wish to eat. Say for a Korean restaurant, I go to Bubbles. For Indian restaurant, there used to be a restaurant at Pawoibi Hotel where they serve really good Indian food. So it depends on the type of cuisine that I wish to eat.
Your potential wife, Mayang or Manipuri?
I've told the public that I will not be engaged in marriage, getting married.
You don't want to be married?
I don't want to be.
Why?
I found something in cooking and I found something in kitchen that cannot be, maybe I'm a little weird in that way, but
So if you ask Mr. Randeep Hooda, his acting career went up after marrying. Most of the boys, they elevate to next level after marriage.
oh yes.
So don't you think like after marriage you could put emotions of two people in your food?
That's true. That's true.
So like
In a way, it complements, it supplements your work. But so far, the kind of work that I do requires me to be not committed or
I'm just imagining this. Since you're a boy and a man, you're putting perspective on man's point of view, man's emotion into your food. When you'll be married, you'll be putting both of your emotions like into your food. So your food will not only attract men, but women also. you'll get such a good appreciation, because women they are so good in managing. Trust me, if you are with the girl, apart from relationship, even if you're a friend with a girl, you get to learn so much. Like we boys, we are very rugged. So that shaping and decoration, everything is done by a girl. So
that is why I love to have ladies chefs in my kitchen or in the service staff, because they can handle things very well. They know how to manage things. So most of my, if you look at the male to female ratios, we'll see 50-50.
okay. Thank you. It was a wonderful time. I hope you loved it. We missed one question, Remember that?
Yeah.
What's the cringe which you want to say to your date related to your food?
I have been a cook in a lot of kitchen across the world. Let me be the cook in your kitchen.
Okay, that sounded weird, but I take that. If someone is watching and wants him to be the cook in your kitchen, please. Okay.
It was wonderful conversation.
Thank you for being a guest. It was lovely to learn from you. I
Such a
learned a lot
pleasure.
from you. I learned
It was a wonderful session.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.